will now each have an opportunity to provide a 90-second statement on a variety of topics. And we'll begin with you, Caroline, national security.
Look, national security is so incredibly vital, but it extends beyond just the strength of our military. As I've mentioned before, we have a crisis when it comes to troop levels. We have about the same number of troops now as we did in 1940, even though our population has doubled. There's also a morale issue, and we have to work to address these. We have to have strength in our commander-in-chief. We have to have confidence in who's at the helm. Unfortunately, the Biden-Harris administration has been projecting weakness. This has invited aggression from those that would seek to do our country and our allies harm, and that's evident in the attacks that happened yesterday. But national security isn't just about our military strength. It's also about our food security and ensuring that family farms can continue to grow and provide the resources that we need as a country. It's also about our energy security. The Biden-Harris administration has been crushing American energy. My opponent served as part of the Biden transition team. In the first 100 days in office, they stopped drilling on federal lands and they shut down the Keystone Pipeline. Just those two decisions have had enormous impact on our energy dominance in the world. And finally, our infrastructure is a matter of national security, and I will fight to ensure that we have the funding that we need so that we're not deferring maintenance on vital issues of security.
Shamari, national security.
Listen, a nation has no greater obligation than to protect the homeland, than to protect its national security interests. And it starts at the top. I agree, we have to have confidence in the leader at the top of the ticket. We have to have confidence in the president, the commander-in-chief. That's their number one priority, is to protect people here in the United States, here at home. We have to make sure we're not putting somebody in the White House that's literally insane. We have to make sure that we're not dealing with a volatile leader. We have to make sure that we're not putting somebody in the White House who caters to dictators, who admires people that are leading nations like Russia and North Korea. So I agree. So we certainly must do that, and we must prioritize it. Look, our military, as my opponent has alluded to, they failed to meet recruiting goals last year. But the underlying question is why? Over 70% of children, or the young men and women, 17 to 24, they're actually ineligible. They failed to meet the basic eligibility criteria. That is not a problem created by Joe Biden. That is a problem that has been generations in the making. And so we must do everything that we can to bolster that population. We must also be responsible in understanding that our national security interests, that the people who are going to go fight wars if the United States of America ends up in a war, they come from communities like here in District 2. So our national security policies have to reflect that and have to have a true understanding of who actually will fight the wars for this nation.